welcome back to the Fortress. I am your host. I am Laz, and yes, I know it has been a bit. I took a week off because I had a very great surprise this week when I went to suffer through the Flash, and then saw it was a rerun. I remembered, oh wait, it's on delay till May something or other. So yes, don't have to suffer through episodes of the Flash, which is awesome. But I didn't want to leave you guys a week without seeing my my puffy face. So I figured I would give you my review, my thoughts on the Mortal Kombat movie that dropped in theaters on HBO Max Friday. So for those of you who are new, welcome. This is the way my reviews work. They are spoiler heavy. So if you don't want to have any plot points or any major things, any reveals, whatever, revealed to you now, pause, go watch Mortal Kombat. If you have the HBO Max, watch it on there, go to a theater, what have you, and then come on back. This is your warning now, okay? So now, here comes my review of the Mortal Kombats. Yes, I said Mortal Kombats, because I'm an old man. So, here's how the story breaks down, basically. This is the story in a nutshell. You start off with Hanzo Hasashi. He's with his family, his wife and his son and a baby. And he has to go get water. Sub-Zero shows up. And yeah, I can't remember the first Sub-Zero's real name, so sue me. Sub-Zero shows up, says, well, I'm going to kill your family. Ice-T things, kills his family. So Scorpion goes, ninja sense tingling. I'm going back. Runs back. Sees his family dead. They're all icicled. And he's like, son of a biscuit. Well, this sucks. Hey, here's more members of Sub-Zero's Lin Kuei ninja clan. I'm going to kill them. And he kills them in glorious fashion. It's gloriously bloody. It's awesome. And then he goes, I think his name is Bihan. He's like, Bihan! And then Sub-Zero just shows up like, what's up? Like, I don't know why he didn't just stab Hanzo Hasashi in the back, because he's a bad guy, but whichever. They have a chat, curse each other's families, curse each other's clans. They trade breakfast cereal recipes, something, I don't know. But then, fight happens. And it's a really good fight. It's a really good chop-socky fight. More modern chop-socky, but it's a really good fight. Sub-Zero wins, because he has to, because Hanzo Hasashi has to die, because, spoiler for everyone for a game that's Jiminy's carried us, what, 30 years old now? I suck at math, Jersey Public Schools. But I want to say it's about 30 years old. So Hanzo Hasashi is Scorpion. So he dies, and he goes, and his body bursts into flames because apparently he goes to the underworld, or he can go hang out with Spawn or something. I don't know. And then Raiden shows up, and he hears a baby cry, and he goes, "Hey, there's a baby in there." He goes in, finds the baby, and ports away. Which makes Sub-Zero now the worst assassin ever, because his whole thing was, I'm going to wipe out the entire Shirai Ryu clan, and I did it! Yay! He didn't. So he's a failure. Okay. Now that right there, that write-up I just gave you, that summary for the first 10 minutes maybe of the movie, that's the best part of the movie. Everything goes downhill from here. Because now you're introduced to our main character, our hero of the story, essentially. This MMA fighter. Now, I know who you're all thinking. You're all thinking, it's going to be Johnny Cage. They reimagine Johnny Cage. Or maybe they reimagine an existing character in Mortal Kombat. Nay, nay. Because whilst they have a crap ton of Mortal Kombat characters they could have chosen from, the genius writers of the movie went, we're going to create a new character. This character's name is Cole Quinn. And the actor is a walking black hole of charisma. And he gets no fight because he's last minute at this dingy gym, and he gets his ass kicked. Which, by the way, is going to be a recurring theme in this movie. And his daughter's his corner man. She's like, use your uppercut, whatever. And then Jax, who's undercover as somebody else, whatever. Jax is like, hey, you got your ass kicked, but you were good back in the day. We're not going to show you that. We're not going to show you. We're going to tell you were good because we forgot movies are a visual medium, but whatever. And then you find out that Black Hole has a Mortal Kombat, basically has a birthmark of the Mortal Kombat symbol. And he's like, oh, da, 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 da. And then you go to Outworld. And Outworld looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. They did a really good job at Outworld. And you meet Shang Tsung. And holy shit. Okay. For those of you who remember the 90s Mortal Kombat movie, the Shang Tsung from that movie, that actor, Karikawa Tagawa, and if I mispronounced your last name, I apologize. But tremendous actor. He walks out. The man just oozes menace. Everything he says is yet evil is just dripping out every word. And he's kind of terrifying. I won't lie to you. You know, he walks out. He's like, "Your sword is mine." You know, he's all new Shang Tsung. I think he's a stoner. He just kind of walks out like, "I'm Shang Tsung. Hooray!" And he's our villain. And he's like, "Hey, we're going to now." So basically, he sends Sub-Zero back to Cole Quinn's place to kill Cole Quinn because he has this thing where he's going to hunt down. Because for those of you who don't know, because Earth Realms lost 9 Mortal Kombats, and if Outworld wins the 10th one, Earth's screwed. So, and you get that in the credits. So, logic would say, okay, this could be a movie about the last fight. Which, by the way, I know is a repeat of the first movie. However, if you start with that title card, that's where everyone's like, this is where this movie is going. It has, because you're going to do the first Mortal Kombat movie. Alright, cool. Oh, nay. Again, I say. Shang Tsung is like, you Shao Kahn. And yes, I know I'm going to be doing some possibly offensive imitations. I'm not imitating a nationality. I'm imitating Sleepy Guy. This is the way he sounds. Like, hey, you, bro. You, cold guy. Go over there. Kill Black Hole of Charisma. Go kill him. And then kill other people on the good guy side. So we win. Yay. And someone's like, and they're like breaking the rules. Under like elder gods, you're going to spank our asses. And Shang Tsung's like, yes, but... Yes, but these writers who write this, and I am French now for some reason, but yes, these writers, or the writers of this movie, don't care about the mythology that we already have established. We want to make up a new mythology, so go, stop questioning me. So, he goes, tries to kill Black Hole Charisma, Jack saves him, and then there's like a car chase, which is not fascinating at all, or even exciting. He tells Cole to take his wife and his kid away, and he's going to go fight Sub-Zero. The fight's pretty good. It ends with Jax basically getting his arms shattered because Sub-Zero says, I'm Sub-Zero, mofo, so I'm going to freeze your arms, and somehow he doesn't die from shock alone. So, and he says, before he sends Black Hole away, he goes, Black Hole, go find Sonya Blade at this address. And I go get my arms cut off. So, Black Hole leaves his family in some place, Randomville, Missouri. And he goes, drives, and he gets to Sonya's place. And Sonya just walks up, hi, I'm the exceptionally attractive exposition character for this movie. and she just gives you like this giant info dump and stuff, like all these Easter eggs. I'm sure her fans are like, yay! Like I was a little bit on a lot. I was like, oh, cool, Kotal Khan, that's pretty neat. And Nightwolf, hooray! At least a picture of him, but it doesn't really add anything. It doesn't really add anything to the story. It's just there. And she's like, okay. And then you meet Kano, and Kano is the best part of the movie. I don't know what the actor's name is, but he is amazing. And Kano's there. He's tied to a chair, like chained to a chair in her basement. And she's like, oh, I called him, blah, blah, blah. And they don't have a backstory, which annoyed the crap out of me because, see, Mortal Kombat, there's a few rivalries that are set in stone. You got the Sub-Zero and the Scorpion, which they already did. And you also got Sonya Blade versus Kano, because Kano killed a partner. Sonya's pissed and wants revenge. The first movie did it better. The first movie actually freaking did it. And these guys, these two, they argue so much. If they were a show on the '80s, they would be romantic comedy. It'd be Moonlighting, basically. So they're there, wackiness happens. Reptile shows up and he's all CGI dragon thing, which I'm like, oh, really? We're doing this with Reptile? Couldn't just put him in a green ninja suit and off you go? No, he's big, he's reptilian, and there's a fight. Reptile dies. I forget who kills him. Oh, Kano. Kano rips his heart out. He's like, yeah! And then he's like, because he gets free, he's like, well, I'm going to go to Raiden's temple because that's where you're going. I'm going to go there anyway, so haha. And he takes them, and there's a long reason for it, and I don't really care. So they fly to the place where Raiden's temple is. They get met by Liu Kang, who, by the way, should be the hero of this movie. Everyone's going on and on about diversity and representation, and we need more Asians, and whatever. Fine. Mortal Kombat is a franchise where their main character, their hero for 5 games, is Liu Kang. For some reason they're like, nope, can't do that. We're going to need black hole charisma. And we're still going to champion representation. What? That makes no goddamn sense. We meet Liu Kang. Liu Kang's not bad. I miss Robin Shou from the original, but hey, dude who played Liu Kang, not bad at all. We meet Liu Kang, then we meet Kung Lao, which made me happy because I'm a giant Kung Lao fan. And just seeing him live action, I was like, yeah, sweet. And then we get more exposition stuff. Like you see the Great Kung Lao, like the pictures of the Great Kung Lao fighting Goro. And then you see something else. I didn't recognize the second one. Second picture. Then the third picture is Sub-Zero killing Scorpion. Oh, and Black Hole Charisma keeps getting flashes of Scorpion in hell telling him, release me! Basically. I forgot that because, they do it like twice. And they're so far apart, it's really not important. So, then you go back to Outworld, you find out Melina's in this movie, but not Katana. And for those of you who don't know why that's really annoying, you apparently haven't played the game. But, see, Katana is the princess of Outworld. She's the adopted daughter of the Outworld Emperor Shao Kahn, who's also not in this movie for some freaking reason. Shao Kahn, who's a big, bad sumbitch, possibly the baddest sumbitch in Mortal Kombat, in my opinion. However, Shao Kahn looks at Katana and goes, you know what? You're not evil enough. You're not scary enough to be my daughter. Hey, Shang Tsung, make me one. So Shang Tsung goes, alright. And basically creates an evil clone of Katana named Melina, who looks just like her twin sister, only she's like these giant shark teeth. Because she's based off of blood from the Takartan race, which is what Baraka's from. And no, I'm not putting pictures up anywhere here because screw people. Honestly, if you don't know, if you're watching a review about Mortal Kombat, the movie, and you don't know anything I'm saying, why the hell are you watching a review about a movie called Mortal Kombat? Anyway, So, but Melina has like all these scary teeth, and she's all evil and blah blah blah. So you got the evil clone. She's not the original. It's like they have a Superman movie and they have Bizarro, but not Superman. Would make no goddamn sense. But Melina's there. She's evil, and they bring in vampire chick with wings. I can't remember her name. I think it's Nataro. I'm shooting with. I don't remember her name because she's in a bunch of games. She's at least in one game I didn't play. I didn't play in any of the PlayStation 2 games because I played them for like a day and like these games suck. I'm done. Anywho, but she shows up, and then some dude with a hammer is there, and apparently he's another bad guy that's in the games. I don't know who the hell he is. And then you get Cabal. Well, that's kind of cool. Cabal's here. All right. Jax is in Raiden's camp, and he's being helped by monks, and the monks somehow build him cybernetic arms. Like rinky-dink, like bionic, like rinky-dink metallic copper cybernetic arms. And I'm sitting there, I'm literally watching this with my roommate. I'm like, wait, what? They can do that? Wait, what? Because we can't do that now. But all right, whatever. They can do it in some magical, mystical monastery, but whatever. And then we get to the point where I almost threw something at my TV. And it's this. And it's a sticking point I have with a lot of movies today. And it's when some of the writers feel the need, they need to explain things or make things or change things to make them realistic or more realistic. And this has been a curse throughout sci-fi, fantasy, whatever movies. There are properties that realism should have no place in, ever. Mortal Kombat's one of them. For those who are interested, the other ones are. It's Mortal Kombat, the DC Universe in general, but Superman in particular, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Transformers. None of those scream realistic, nor should they ever be made realistic. You know what? Power Rangers should be put in that one too, because I forgot about the Power Rangers movie where they all had Iron Man armor and crap. So they're like, all right, we're going to make this realistic, so we're going to give a reason why people can throw fireballs. Why? It's Mortal Kombat. We don't need reasons. Nobody in the audience is going, I wonder why they can throw fireballs. Hey, gee, why can they throw fireballs? Are they ever going to explain why they can throw fireballs? And why Kung Lao has why his hat can cut people's arms off, blah, blah, blah. Anyone who's sitting in that theater, smack them as hard as you can. Because who cares? It's Mortal Kombat. It's just a given. It's like we don't need reasons why Ryu in Street Fighter can throw in Hadouken. He can throw in Hadouken. All right, cool. Don't need to know why. And yes, nerds, I know why. He's channeling his ki. Shut the hell up. I don't need a reason. Because all think, oh, they have to find their inner chi or their whatever how they call it, their arcana. And they find their arcana, they get their powers, but only people with the magical birthmark can get their arcana because they've been chosen to fight, and Sonya has been chosen to fight. I'm sure that's a social political. I'm sure that's a gender-ish something commission or not commission, a gender commentary right there. I don't freaking care because it's stupid to begin with. Because Sonya's freaking badass. Whatever. Anywho, so there's a lot of fights. Kano gets his because he gets pissed, and finally he gets his laser right eye. And I'm sitting there going, no, his laser right eye comes from the fact that he has a cybernetic eyepiece. Why'd you have to explain it? Dude is missing an eye, and he now has a cybernetic piece. That's where the I-beam comes from. It's not quantum physics. Did you have to go half a movie to explain it? Black hole of charisma doesn't get his, gets his ass beat a lot, which by the way is, again, a recurring theme. And then Raiden said, you know what? screw it. Go home. Well, no, first, Shang Tsung and his villains, they try to enter Raiden's temple and go, we're going to beat your ass. And Raiden's like, I'm the god of thunder, you morons. And he does this thing where he basically puts up like an electric force field that they can't get in. And I'm just like, oh good, now I'm in Demon Knight. Alright. And much like in Demon Knight, one of the evil people, at this point Cabal, convinces the slimy guy on the other side, Kano, to shut off the force field so they can come in and kill a bunch of people. Which he does. And I was like, wow, that's great. I'm happy Kano's a bad guy. Finally. And he doesn't know, like, he's like, well, I'm evil now. No reason at all, really, but I'm evil. Hooray. So a fight happens. The bad guys get scurried off or what have you. Because I think so. Then Raiden goes, you know what, screw it. Black Hole Charisma, go home because you're useless. Just go home and be with your family. He's like, okay. Oh, then he does, oh, by the way, before I do that, here's Spear, and gives him Scorpion's backstory. Because, oh, by the way, you're an ancestor of the dude, blah, blah, blah. And I thought maybe you wouldn't be useless, but you're useless, screw it, go. And then he goes home, goes, hey, wife, hey, daughter, here comes Goro. And I'm like, oh, Goro's going to die again. And instead of getting killed by Johnny Cage in a well set up sequence that was great because Johnny Cage, best part of the first movie. This time, no, it's Goro who is not set up as a threat at all. Like in the first movie, he wipes out a bunch of people in a montage and kills a secondary character named Art, who's friends with all the good guys, and he kills him, and Shang goes, your soul is mine. Blah, blah, blah. I'm Goro. So you're already set up, alright, this guy, so you already know, this dude's badass. He's a threat. Awesome. So, Peril. You get to this one, Goro is not set up at all. Yeah, he's a big, giant, hulking thing with 4 arms, great. But you don't see him kill anybody. Like, you don't get to see him set up as a threat. He shows up. He's fighting the black hole. And then he's about to kill the black hole. Then black hole's wife's like, nope, I got an axe. Chops Goro with an axe. Goro goes, ow! Smacks her, basically, goes to kill her. And then black hole gets his Arcana and he gets armored. And I've heard people say he becomes Colossus. I'm not going to do that because Colossus is one of my all-time favorite X-Men and he's interesting. But this guy literally, he grows plot armor. And he gets plot armor and he gets these pig stickers. And then he gets up and suddenly he can fight. And this guy, who throughout the entire movie does not win anything. Can't win a fight, can't win a spar, nothing. Has been shown as a loser the entire movie. Kills Goro. I'm like, wow, you guys did Goro dirty. Damn. And he's like, well, I'm going back. And because lightning happens, and the lightning for, I guess, Raid's like, oh, come on back. And plot armor goes, I'm going back. Bye, kids. Bye, wife. Bye, kid. Goes back. And he goes back. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Kung Lao dies when the bad guys come into the lair. He's only death that happens. Sonya should have died because they dropped the freaking building on her. But somehow she's saved because Jax blocks it. He's trying to lift it or whatever, and then he gets all angry, and then his Arcana is he grows new arms. And he gets his giant cybernetic arms that we know. And again, I'm like, no, they're given it by the U.S. government as cybernetic arms. Why are they magic now? Why did you make this more complicated than it needed to be? But either way, he's like, well, I got it. List the thing off. Sonya's fine. Kung Lao gets killed by Shang Tsung. He goes, yes, sir, he's mine. And he basically sucks out his soul in the most boring way possible. And again, you watch the original movie of Shang Tsung take someone's soul, and it's cool. Yeah, it's dated and kind of cheesy and CGI, but it's still cooler and more menacing than this crapola. It looks like he's sucking surge out of him. I have your soul. I'm going to go now. Yes, he's French now. I forget what the hell one eye. He's now Shang Tsung. He's French. So, everyone comes back. Plot armor's like, well, sugar. Here's what's going to happen. They're breaking the rules. We're going to break the rules. And we're going to do it guerrilla warfare style. We're going to start taking people out. Sonya, you take out Kano. Because you've beaten him before. You can kill him. Jax, you get Mofo with a hammer. Liu Kang and me, we're going to take out Cabal and Melina. Go. Oh yeah, and Kung Lao, before he died, he took out Vampire Chick, and he did a fatality from Mortal Kombat 9, I believe, where he does the boss all thing. So that was pretty sweet, I won't lie to you. So then they all go, they get into separate fights that like they're alright, but like Jax and Dude with the Hammer, they're in the pit. Like they're on the they're sitting on a bridge, you see spikes, you know where they are if you're a Mortal Kombat fan. So you would think, okay, bad guy's getting knocked off the thing and skewered with a spike, right? Oh, nay, nay. No, nay, nay. He gets the Jax head crush thing, which is pretty sweet. I like, very good. Another fatality from the games, but I'm like, but you put the fight in the pit, which is an iconic landmark in Mortal Kombat, which is known for spike, and you ain't gonna do it? Why? It's like a Nerf vibrator. What the hell is the point? And then Liu Kang, and then Plot Armor's fighting Liu Kang takes out Cabal with his dragon fatality only. He doesn't turn a dragon because I guess it's not realistic enough. He creates like this fire version of a dragon that eats Cabal, which is kind of cool. But I'm like, why can't he just turn into a fucking dragon? That's what he does. Anywho, Cabal gets all toasty and he's dead. And then Plot Armor is struggling with Melina because he sucks. And then Sonya comes out and shoots her with her Sonya laser beam thing because she got the mark because she killed Kano. Yes, we do see her kill Kano, but I'm not mentioning it because it was a fight that was alright. But the way they killed him, I was like, what? What? Like everyone else gets, like a lot of people get their signature fatality. Not Sonya. She gets screwed. And then when she kills Melina, she uses her arm blast thing. I'm like, that was never a fatality. That was just a freaking fireball move. What the heck? And plus, it's not magic. It's a technological thingy she has in her arm. For crying out loud. Anyway. So, everyone's gay, and then Sub-Zero shows up. No, Sub-Zero takes Plot Armor's family hostage and freezes them. Plot Armor goes, no! And he fights him like this, in the warehouse, whatever. And they're fighting. And Plot Armor gets his ass kicked because he's Plot Armor. And Sub-Zero's about to kill him too, and all of a sudden, spear comes out, like a spear and a chain comes out of nowhere. And the camera pans, and Scorpion's just standing there. So I'm like, alright, I guess, where the hell did you come from? Alright, whatever. And he's like, get over here! And dun dun dun, and the theme kicks in from the 90s. That was pretty sweet. And they fight again, and it's pretty good until Plot Armor shows up. Because then every time he shows up, I'm like, oh god, don't do anything useful. Don't. I don't like you. I don't want you in my movie. Every time you're on screen, everything just stops, and you're boring as shit. But nope, dun, 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 and he comes in, and then Scorpion kills Sub-Zero with his fire-breathing fatality, which they screwed that up too. Instead of that, just do this, pull up his face, all of a sudden skull, fire. No, he just breathes flame, and his face becomes a skull. I'm like, why? Why change it? Again, 90s one did it. The 90s one did it exactly. Just do that, for Christ's sakes. Then everyone's dead, hooray, and Shang Tsung's like, we'll be back. And I'm like, well, there was no tournament, so you still have to have a tournament. Because 10th fight, Mortal Kombat, you know, if Earthrealm loses the next tournament, Outworld wins, and there was no tournament in this entire thing. So, why even bother having the opening credit? Because nothing was resolved with that at all. And they're like, oh, Easter egg, Easter egg, Easter egg. Oh, we may bring Johnny Cage in the sequel. The end. And I was just like, Like, this is one of those movies where I really wanted to like it. Because I was excited for it. I was excited for a new Mortal Kombat movie. I was excited for a movie that would not have any political pandering. Because there's no way you could put in Mortal Kombat. There's nowhere in it for it. I mean, they shoehorned in it in the Mortal Kombat 11. And it absolutely ruined the game. But in the movie, like, there's no way they're going to do it in the movie because you need to set up everything. They're not going to get this wrong. Oh my God, I was stupid. Because I'm thinking Mortal Kombat has a rich mythology. You don't need to make up anything. You don't need to change anything. You may need to update a few things or simplify a few things here and there. Fine. But you don't have to. This movie, you start off with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and that's straight from mythology. That's straight from it. And then, fuck it. We're just going to make crap up. We're going to throw things in. Oh, hey, here's all the fans, or the fans will like it. And yeah, I'm sure they will, but if the fans have, like, this much brains, or they're not just brainless consumers who go, give me things I eat, yay! And actually think about things, they're going to go, wait. That's not right, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right. And not only in the storyline from the games, I mean just from just the spirit of it. Like, nothing about this movie, other than the characters, really feel like Mortal Kombat. Like, Kano was exact. Sonya was exact. Jax was exact, which surprised the crap out of me because he's played by Jimmy Olsen for Supergirl. So I didn't expect anything from that at all. But he did a damn good job. Sub-Zero, Scorpion. Exact. They were great. In my opinion, they were great. Everyone else, And again, Black Hole of Charisma Plot Armor guy, didn't need him. Because the whole, I've read like, oh, we created this character because we wanted to give the audience someone they could identify with and explain Mortal Kombat to for new people. Here's what you do, geniuses. You take Sonya, who, mythology-wise, knew less than dick about Mortal Kombat in the beginning. You just make it her story. Make her the hero. And by the way, nobody would have complained if Sonya was the hero. Because Sonya Blade is a beloved character in the Mortal Kombat franchise, and she's badass, and she has equity. And also, or you make Liu Kang the goddamn hero because he's the goddamn hero of the franchise. Damn it. Or you use Johnny Cage, but according to the director or writer, one of them anyway, was like, well, we were going to put Johnny Cage in, but we thought we couldn't because we can't have a white guy be the hero in this movie. I swear to you, that's a goddamn quote. Look it up. I read that, I was like, wait, what? Two things. That's racist. I don't care what anybody says. That's freaking racist. But two, Johnny Cage is not the hero of Mortal Kombat. He has never been the hero of Mortal Kombat. He's always the guy next to the hero of Mortal Kombat. The hero of Mortal Kombat is Liu Kang. And again, we need more representation and diversity. You have a diverse cast already. Liu Kang's your hero. Go. If I can unironically say that the 90s Mortal Kombat movie, with all of its flaws, is still 9 times better than the movie I just watched, you did something wrong. It felt like, okay, we're doing Mortal Kombat, we're going to make it rated R, we're going to put in fatalities, finally, so I'll make everyone happy and no one's going to notice the bullshit plot we got going. That's basically what this feels like. Like the fight sequences are pretty good, are really good. The fatalities are awesome. Kano is just amazing. And also, you look at the movie's poster. It's Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Scorpion's barely in the goddamn movie. No, we don't get Scorpion. We get his black hole charisma, plot armor descendant. Yay! Why? Damn it! Okay. I went off a bit of a raging tangent there, but arrange it as it will. So I'm going to calm myself down. I'm going to do what I would do. I'm going to have a picture of Justin Bieber. Do I have a picture of Justin Bieber? There we go. And just in case, a picture of Paul McCartney. There we go. Okay. So, there it is. If you want to watch it as a dumb action movie, you're fine. You're good. Have a couple brews, have some homemade cigarettes, sit with your buddies, you'll have a good time. I'll say that. But if you're looking for something that has, I don't know, that feels like Mortal Kombat to you, that you're really looking forward to, if you want to see something that represents Mortal Kombat, first 5 to 10 minutes, once they get past feudal China, or Japan, no, feudal Japan, once they get past that, you're screwed. Because everything else is, I was just like, oh man, he killed Goro. Couldn't they have used Kentaro instead, or Motaro? No one gives a shit about Motaro. Motaro's like Eric Roberts in real life. No one gives a shit about Eric Roberts. You can kill Motaro tomorrow, no one care. There's a lot of that. A lot of me going, why? Why? Yeah. So, yeah, and a lot of wasted so much wasted storyline opportunity potential. Like, making Sonya the main character would have been really interesting because she was fleshed out in this movie. So it would have made a lot of sense. And you would have had more to work with than, oh, let's create this guy that no one knows, that we have to create a backstory for. Or we could just be lazy and take someone who doesn't know anything. Anywho. So, yeah. So, if you want dumb action, which by the way, I love dumb action movies, don't get me wrong. Like, I love dumb martial arts movies. If you've seen my collection, you know how much of the truth that is. So, for that, this movie's okay. But again, for something that represents, begging your pardon, something that represents Mortal Kombat, no, this was not a flawless victory. So until next time, same last time, same last channel. And if you don't tune in, and you, the kid who keeps talking during my videos and who won't eat his vegetables, if you don't eat your vegetables, your soul is mine.